My name is Miss Say Say. I stole that nickname from someone else that I tried to give it to, but I got a good laugh, but it didn't go over super well. So I'm gonna take it. And I used to be a knitter, crocheter, weaver, spinner, tatter, felter, everything that had to do with fiber arts. And in the last several years, some of the work I did to make a living destroyed my hands. I just can't do a whole lot anymore. I can't pinch and grab, and I have a trigger finger, but I'm not going to cry about it. I'm just going to show you what I was working on prior to the downfall. You're going to love this. And the reason I'm making this video, this is my first, maybe there'll be more, I don't know, is because I had the pleasure of visiting my cousin Kate in Portland, Oregon. And she introduced me to these videos that people make showing works in progress, things they want in it, things they have, wearing it. I don't have anything to show you that I knitted, and because I've been knitting for like 28 years and crocheting, and I just don't, all the stuff I made was always too big. Anyway, it's all gone. I probably just gave it away or threw it out. But I'll show you I'm going to show you some works in progress, past, present, and future. And that's what we're looking at. So, don't get too excited. These were probably works in progress about 6 to 8 years ago. I don't really know what I was doing, but maybe making pot holders. I know it's not slippers, but I can square it out. But it's in this way because I must have been making something. Change purse? It's not like socks. And fortunately, there's two. I don't know what to do with them. Finish them, but I don't know what they were supposed to be. So another squared out one, and I guess you just fold these lines this way and do something with it. I don't know. Anybody guess? Stupid. You could probably just make little zipper bags. I always like making bags. So when I was cleaning out my yarns, because I sold off a whole lot since I probably wasn't going to be doing much of crocheting and knitting anymore, in the midst of all the yarn was two things like this. Probably using up scraps, maybe making like little animals, stuffed animals for kids that didn't get them, because see, this one's puffed out. See how that face is puffed out? Pretty sure this is supposed to be a face, and then eyes were going to go here. I don't know. Right now it's probably going to become a cat toy, which would be just fine. This one, can you imagine cuddling with it? It's got a face. See, same thing, same design. It's all like poofed out. I hand stitched some sort of a nose there. Eyes a little too far out. Someone came out of the womb too early. And yeah, I don't know. But it's finished off at the bottom. I think it was going to have legs. Probably so. Maybe some legs and arms. I don't know. Anyway. Those were kind of works in progress. Also, no longer works in progress. All right, on to the present, which after visiting my cousin Kate and watching her get to knit the whole time and watching all the videos, I'm thinking, man, I really like that stuff. I miss it. So I did start something last year in 2024. This being September something. I don't even know what day it is anymore. Anyway, So last year I decided to start a crocheted vest out of this book, and if all goes well, it's gonna be that, which is kind of silly because, well, it's not terribly silly. I already have some I bought at thrifts, like vintage stores, one white, one black. Anyway, that, and I know you're gonna be impressed. Since last year, it's been at least a year, I would say, since I started it. I got 2 of the granny squares done. It's gonna be a long time coming, but the fabric's nice. It's actually off of a gigantic cone. It's wool, and I have some wound. I don't know, I think that I must have wound this at some point way in the past when I had a bobbin winder, because I know that was done on a bobbin winder. But then I got this giant cone, so I was thinking about finishing the vest, but now I don't even really know if I'd wear it. And then after seeing a whole bunch of people making fine stitch knitted sweaters, knitted tees, I thought, well, maybe I'll do that. But I don't know. I can't decide. I really like this fabric, and it's a little, since it's wool and a little rough, maybe I will just make the vest. I can just do the granny squares one at a time. But I'm also in the middle of hand quilting my great-grandmother's quilt top. And because my hands just have arthritis and trigger finger, and every time I'm quilting and going up and down with the needle, I get bruising in my joints here. So that sucks ass. And I don't know what else to do other than just go slow. So I'm going to be going into year 3 of getting that quilt quilted, but I'm going to get it done because it's very important. So anyway, so the quilt's a work in progress, completely off the topic of knitting and crocheting. And yeah, keep this short and sweet. So then I bought this book prior to my hands turning to crap, and I want to make this. This was going to be like my retirement creation. I don't know. I'd really still like to make it. If someone, you know, like could help me hit the lottery, then I would be able to just retire, take like a solid 6 months of like no work, no using my hands, no computer stuff, no holding the phone. And then I would be prepared to make all of these things, because it's really nice. I mean, this is a great book. I can't remember where I got it. One of those times when I was somewhere. But I'm always somewhere. You're always somewhere. So anyway, I think, like, here's in the middle of the book. It's a beautiful, sexy centerfold. Love it. So anyway, if I can make this, life would be good. We'll see. I think that's it. Short and sweet. I'm doing the eye roll thing, looking different places, trying to think of something to say. Important information about me on an end note is I describe myself as a Victorian disco hippie. I love antique furniture. I'm sitting in an antique Eastlake chair, and I turned our living room into a parlor, and nobody has come to visit said parlor, but that's okay. Someday our friends will come over, maybe. Anyway, I don't think I have anything else to show. That was it. I'll probably, if I make a second video, it'll be about all the bags I've made, because I have a still pretty good collection of those. Knitted, crocheted, felted, not felted. given away a lot of those too. It's completely insane. That's it. See you later.